Ladies and gentlemen, from the Microsoft Theater here in downtown Los Angeles.
Hey, yo, I see you, man.
Brought to you by Shawn Porter Promotions.
Hey, yo, Shawn Porter, hold tight. We coming out there.
Live from Los Angeles.
Hey, yo, put your headphones on, man.
The whole thing rock again.
What'd you say?
So we're letting the whole thing rock again.
One with the rollie on.
Yeah.
Eventually, I'm going to do that.
You gonna have a video or something? You gonna shoot a video?
Yeah.
Like
You
roll.
should shoot a video driving down the street.
Nah, I ain't gonna do that.
Just nod your head. Get that nice weather. Let that hand lean out the window, Sean. You know what I'm talking about.
That's it.
Well, yeah, that's all you need right there.
He's gonna be like Roy on the speedboat in the Almost Forgot video.
Yeah, just riding around stunting.
You ever been on a speedboat?
Yeah, I've been on some speed.
What about you, Ant? I'm sure you have.
Nope. I was trying to go on one in San Diego. This woman too scared to go on a speedboat.
Yeah, I never have been.
Were you asking me, Carson, or
I assumed you had. You were the wealthiest of the three of us. That seems like a wealthy activity. Yeah.
He said that don't mean nothing.
Closest thing I've been on a speedboat is one of the little remote control ones at like Sunset Park.
The stereotype is black people can't swim.
And I can swim.
I can't swim. I can't swim. Well.
I can swim.
My dad got me lessons when I was like 24.
Oh, you just
I just learned in the last like 10 years.
I
for
took
real?
lessons too when I was a kid, but that's just
I felt like they threw me in the water and just told me start moving.
good luck.
I was
Yeah.
swimming at an early age. I've been swimming, I'm from Louisiana. We're in the swamps. You'll swim down there, you drown.
I was gonna say
Chill out.
that's the only thing with. I feel like my only objective with swimming is not drowning. So I'm just like, hey, if I can stay above water, no matter how it looks, goodbye me.
That's how it was for me too.
I don't need to be Michael Phelps, man, killing in the water.
We turned pro and all that. My dad said, he came to me one day. He said, hey, I got somebody that's going to teach you how to swim. I was like, okay, cool. He said, you got to pay him. I said, I swim all right, don't I? He says, no. He says, we're going to start swimming for real. And this is going to be a part of your training more than it ever has been. He said, so I need you to learn how to swim. And I didn't understand it, but I look back on it now and I was like, that was one of the better things that I've ever done in my life, because now I'm able to really get into some good conditioning. And it's because I know how to swim. And the thing that I didn't understand, what my dad was trying to get me to do and to understand, is that he says, you know how people always refer to taking somebody into the deep water in boxing. Well, along with that, there's a lot of uncomfortable moments that happen in the boxing ring. And my dad was like, if I can get you comfortable with holding your breath under the water and letting it out, and like half my face is still in the water while I'm letting my air out and breathing in. He said, if I can get you comfortable doing that, you'll be comfortable doing anything in the boxing ring. And I think that's really shown up and proven to be true.
I thought your dad took it literally. It was like, hey, they say getting in deep waters in case that ring gets flooded, we're gonna be ready. Where do you rank pound for pound on boxers that can swim? You top 5?
I would assume I'm top 5. I do. We were in Colorado Springs. This was years ago now. This is way back when Errol Spence Jr. and those guys were on the team, and they were about to head out to the 2012 games, and they wanted to bring in some pros to do some training with those guys before they left. And one morning, I'd never done this before. This was 2012. I had been going to the Olympic Training Center since maybe 2004 or 2005. Had never done a swim workout there before. And them jokers decided to get us up at like 7 o'clock in the morning. It was like 60 degrees outside in Colorado Springs, and they wanted us to swim. And every single last one of us was struggling. That was before I had gotten my lessons too. But I do know that Rashi Nuke could not swim a lick, and he was on the team at that point too, and he literally was drowning. But it was a couple of other guys out there where everybody was struggling.
Damn.
Hey, I think everybody in our crew can swim, right? Carson, can you swim?
I can stay above water.
Who can't swim? Renee?
Maybe.
Hey, I was surprised when we went on the trip. Matt can swim. We got a friend from Haiti. I wasn't. I didn't think he could swim. He can swim. Impressed me. I
He's not
thought me.
he's not overly gifted athletically, so I think he's a little uncoordinated, I guess.
Yeah, I thought we was going to save him out there in the ocean, man. I'm not even going to lie.
You saw him get
coming
there?
up. Yeah. Remember we was way out there, and you was just sitting there. Shawn don't like the ocean for some reason. This guy here, we all trying to have a good time. My man put us on hey, we got 2 hours, and we out of here. Okay, kids.
Need to get him out there on Lake Erie.
Yeah, he was on us. You got 2 hours.
No, that's facts. We the first day we get there, he want to go out on the beach, and let me remind everybody that this is during this pandemic, and so I just was a little uncomfortable with it in the first place. And my question was, who gonna be there? Who gonna be there? That's what I kept asking. How many people gonna be there? We don't know, but we get there and it's packed. And on top,
we had our own circle though.
We had our own circle, but the thing with the beach for me is I hate the sand. You can never leave the sand at the beach. It always goes home with you. So
of course,
that's just really my biggest thing. And then beyond that, I did not get in the water. I wasn't having it. So
I realized, as I'm 29 now. Somebody was talking about like going to islands. Like, oh, what islands have you been to? I was like, the only islands I've been to is Kelly's Island and Put-in Bay, both in Lake Erie. Which still doesn't count for much.
And what's the other? Kings Island?
Yeah, Kings Island.
You've been to Kings Island.
I've never been out to Kings Island, but speaking of Cleveland, talk about it.
Let's get it. Hey, Browns up in there. What we finished? 11-5?
11-5.
And I'm like, I'm sitting here like 11-5 and we ain't gonna make it. This is just stupid. Like, I don't understand, but we got up in there. And speaking of which, we'll talk more about it, but we got Stipe Miocic on the line. And that is a UFC world champion, heavyweight world champion from Cleveland, Ohio. And let's get him in here real quick. Stipe.
Hey, buddy.
What's going on, boss?
How you doing, sir?
Hey, man. Appreciate you giving us some time, man. This was last minute. I probably should have had you on standby with the understanding that these Browns was going to pull this off today, huh?
Oh, bro, I'm I'm at the fire station. We're so happy, honestly. It's 2002, man. We haven't been in the playoffs, so it's finally. You still at the station, huh? Yes, sir. I'm here until tomorrow. So it was kind of
okay. So you're overnight.
Yeah.
So listen, for my viewers who may not know, Stipe Miocic is an outstanding athlete first and foremost, an outstanding UFC fighter, is a world champion currently, but is also currently still working at a fire station out there in Cleveland, Ohio. That's just amazing, man. I know everybody gives you so much praise for that too.
No, I appreciate it. Yeah, I love what I do. And I love it because I worked hard at it. I want my mom to be proud of me. I did something with my life. Of course, I did well with fighting, but besides that, not every mother wants their kid to be a prize fighter. But but also, just in case if something happened, God forbid, I had a bad night or 2 bad nights, and then I get cut and my career's over. You just never know. So it's always a good backup plan.
Yeah, I think people in the fighting combat industry, they kind of frown upon having a plan B. It's not, I don't believe in myself. I just understand that things could happen, When you fought out in Akron on my dad's car, were you a fireman back then?
Oh yeah.
So you've been doing this for a minute.
Yeah.
Actually,
12 years now. 10. Well, I know 10 or 11 for sure. 12's coming up. It's been a while. I'm getting old.
Yeah, but man, listen, man. Thank you for your service, man. I find that very admirable that you can remain in yourself and remain, as most people would say, humble, but just be yourself. And it's not too many of us that really even give ourselves a chance to be ourselves. We always want to be so quick to keep up with the Joneses and go on and do what we consider to be what everybody else does. And it's just cool to see you just right there all night at the fire station, man.
Yeah, hopefully it's not too busy knocking on wood. So
I know Carson got my guy right there, Carson. He's got a couple Browns questions for you. The other guy, Ant, he ain't got nothing to say because he ain't a Browns fan.
How you know? I might want to talk about something else.
And he been hating on us all season. So
is he a Steelers fan?
No, he don't know what fan he is, to be honest with you.
I'm from Louisiana. I'm a Saints fan.
He's from Louisiana. I think about 200 days out of the year he claimed Louisiana. The other 165 he claimed in Las Vegas. He don't know if he a Raiders fan.
Sounds about right.
Saints fan.
Go ahead,
Go ahead, Carson.
No, man, I'm excited. We got Stipe is the greatest UFC heavyweight of all time. For anyone who didn't gather that from Sean's intro, but we're all just the Browns are in the playoffs. Stipe, I mean, how's it feel?
I was literally about to go streaking, but I'm at the station, so I can't. But honestly, it's amazing, because like you never think in a million years, and of course, this year's been crazy. 2020, last year was crazy, with the pandemic and just everything going on, and then the Browns come out and win 11 games, and you know what sucks about it though, which is also not, but two of the top teams are in our division, three of the. And then of course, and it's crazy. And like the 1 year that everyone does good, the Browns do great, but we still pull it out, which I'll take it any day of the week.
Were you able to get to any games this year?
Yeah, I got to go to two. I got to go to which one? The second game of the year. I forget who that was. But I went Bengals, and then I went to the Monday night Ravens game, that was the best game I've ever watched. It sucked as much
I know.
It was such an incredible, and it's funny because I didn't even drink. I actually was sober watching the game, and it was awesome. Like I was like, this game I'm gonna remember. Like this is great. Like it was honestly one of the best games I ever watched live.
I think the last time I saw you, did I bump into you in New York or was it in Cleveland?
Cedar Point.
Yeah, no. But I bumped into you at a game. It was.
Right, New York Jets game. The Jet. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
Was it in New York? I think we were in New York that year. I'm like, Stadium, I'm just thinking myself and my dad, we gonna be there kicking it, and then we see you walk by. I'm like, let me find Stipe's number real quick.
No, you're right. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, man. You can see I get hit in the head too much, so I get a lot. But yeah, man, that was a good game too, man. That was fun when the stadium was full, especially away game was fun. And I hope we get back to that for the next season. That'd be great.
Because Ant doesn't understand. He's not from Cleveland. He's not us, so he doesn't really understand. And you're if you can explain to him like what it feels like to be a Browns fan.
Hey, I don't care. Hey, don't whoop my ass. I don't care.
All right, then it ain't for Ant. Then it's for all the viewers that don't really understand why Shawn Porter talks Cleveland Browns football all the time. Let them know what Cleveland Browns football really is.
Oh my God.
It's the best fans in the world, man. Honestly, the best loyalty, no matter if we're 0-16 or we're 11-5. Man, the loyalty, the tailgating, it never stops. Even if we're terrible, tailgating doesn't stop. People go to the games, and we have the best the backing in the world. If you go, there's bars all across the country, all across the world. The Browns backers. It's crazy.
It's true.
It's everywhere.
You have any favorite players on the team right now, Stipe?
I love Miles. That's my dude. I mean, we're good friends, but I love that dude. He's just a freak, man. He's just a different person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thank God he doesn't fight. I'll just tell you, thank God.
Yeah.
How nasty would he be in the octagon?
Bro, look how big he is, and he's like 260. I'm like, Jesus, what would I do with this thing? It's
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, it's like a wall. But yeah, he just the things he can do. It's amazing to watch, and and he's still young, which is crazy. And yeah, he's I love Baker. Landry, OBJ. I love all the guys.
Yeah.
So I'm just happy that we're putting it all together, and man, if we had OBJ still, I think it'd be a different tune too.
I got a feeling it would be a different tune as well. What's next for you in the octagon?
Yeah, I know we're waiting. Definitely early this year coming up. So probably hear something eventually here. Talking. People don't understand it's all negotiations and talking, and they think I don't want to fight, and it is what it is. But we'll get there. You know what I mean? It'll be soon, and I can't wait.
Did this pandemic slow things down for you?
Well, yeah, I would have fought DC earlier. I fought it took a year, but I had a torn retina, so I had to wait to get that healed, and then the pandemic hit, which I didn't plan that either. So then the fight finally came out, and then the gym was closed when the pandemic hit. So I put a gym in my house.
Question. Yeah, I was wondering, have you been able to get any work in?
Yeah, it was weird in the beginning because the one thing I never wanted to do was put a gym in my house. That's like my sanctuary, dude. Like I don't want to thinking about anything. Man, it's like I want to play video games and hang out with my family, play with my daughter.
Yeah.
And my wife looked at me the one day. She's like, "Honey, I love you, but she's like, you got to do it." So she took it and she dominated. We cleaned out the base. We had a big section open, and now I love it. It's like probably a blessing in disguise because I'm always home, but now I can be home earlier. And,
Yeah.
I can put my daughter to bed more. It's great.
That's amazing, man. Look, listen, you know how happy I am for you. You know how happy I am for Cleveland and the Browns, man. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my listeners up on everything that's going on with you and the Octagon, and we're going to start previewing the UFC over here a little bit more on the Porterway podcast. God bless you, man. Hey,
Hey,
Steve.
What?
Steve, do we got a chance at the Jones fight?
Yeah, man. Whoever they want me to fight, man.
Hey, man, come on. You got 2 wins over DC. That's a big fight.
Oh, I know. I love it, dude. I'll fight anyone, dude. I've never backed away.
is he officially done now?
I think so. I think he's officially retired. Yeah.
Okay.
So he just had a baby in October, I think. So he's doing well, man. He's living a life. So, but what's up next for you? I don't mean to ask a question.
No. We kick it over here.
He's also trying to fight Bones Jones. You mentioned.
I love it.
The big names, man. Errol Spence Jr. in the rematch, possibly the fight with Terrence Crawford. I'm hearing through the grapevine that's the fight everybody wants. It actually is the fight that I want. And then of course Manny Pacquiao, but nobody really knows what Manny's going to do right now. So I'm trying to keep it so thin and just make it either Errol Spence Jr. or Terrence Crawford. But right now we're just kind of waiting to see which way the business wants to go. So, and you know how that goes.
Yeah. You've been training a lot still? Yeah.
And a lot like you. I mean, I have a gym right across the hall from me, and I still kind of hate it. I like to leave the house, It's just something about it. It's like if I don't drive to get to my training, it's like I didn't really do it, So it's still a little bit of an adjustment, but we're making it happen.
Good for you, D. I think that's half the battle. I think you get into the gym, you're like, oh, I can't leave now. I gotta get something done. I gotta do something. So
yeah.
You know what I mean? I know. I feel you on that one. So, but good for you, dude. I'm excited for you, dude.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I got a little 3-year-old, and he wants to, when I'm on my bike, he wants to come touch the wheel and all that. So it's like I'm jumping off to get him and all that. You know what I mean? So you know how it goes. Yeah, dude. I have wrestling mats and padded walls, and so when I'm not training, we have a slide, a soccer goal. I think I'm getting a bouncy, a castle. So when I'm not training, that's gonna be all. So I'm gonna take it down. I train and put it back up, which I mean, I wouldn't change it for the world, but it's just, it's funny. That's beautiful, man. Hey, listen, God bless you. Have a good night. Stay safe out there, and we will talk to you later, man.
And go Browns.
And go Browns.
Go Browns. Yeah, go OHIO.
OHIO. Take care, Stipe.
All right, Stipe.
Man, stay safe out there.
You too, guys. Bye-bye.
Stipe. Damn it.
And you mispronounced his last name.
Miocic.
Oh,
No.
Stipe?
Miocic.
I called him Steve every time. My bad. I thought it was Steve.
I was just letting you guys cook. I was just gonna sit there and just observe.
Such a bum. Listen, man. So let's get into it though. But these Browns did their dang thing.
True.
I know. Minus a couple of Steelers players,
Y'all
still had to get it done though.
Still won by 2 points.
Did we have we had our whole squad there though, huh?
No, we have our corners. No Ward, no Kevin Johnson, no linebackers, missing a couple of them.
Greedy missed the whole damn season, didn't he?
Yeah, Malcolm Smith was out, BJ Goodson was out. So we were still missing some guys, but it'll be interesting. Be a nice little matchup next week. Yeah. I think that if anything, it's definitely going to show the Browns are on the next level now. And have you watched at all, or do you know the stats, numbers at all, or you just like you close both eyes and ears to the Browns? Yeah, actually, I mute the Browns on Twitter. Because my question to you is, I'm going to give a biased opinion or whatever, and also try to be educated. But I wanted to kind of hear from you. Like, do you consider the Browns to be on the next level? We've made the wild card of the playoffs. You're gonna have to win. You're going to have to win. Yeah. I mean, y'all in the playoffs. That's a step. But I really don't watch NFL. I pay attention to, like, seedings because it kills me every week. Oh, you lost. Oh, we're going to Super Bowl. You sorry this team. You win. We're going to Super Bowl. Not just y'all, everybody, including Saints fans. So I'm just like, let's get to playoffs. Now I'll start watching. This when it matters. I don't want to hear you hyped up by one win. Yeah. But, funny enough, this was the Steelers who we played last time we were in the playoffs, 2002. Oh, that was our first game in the playoffs? Yep. I hardly remember it. Did not go well.
If y'all D line can take over the game, y'all got this game, but D line has to play good.
Yeah, Olivier Vernon left today. Hopefully he'll be back. But
did he? I missed that
ankle. He should be. I think he'll be back though.
And he's been solid, like straight across the board. Remember, I was complaining about him last year.
Yeah. Do you know who our quarterback was when we played in the playoffs last time?
It would have been.
It wasn't Couch.
No, I knew it wasn't Couch.
Couch started most of that season though.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Who was it?
Kelly Holcomb.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a big lead in that playoff game too.
Oh,
it was like 24-7, I think, in the third quarter.
Damn.
And pissed it away.
You know, if your D line can get rolling, y'all can make a deep push.
Yeah,
y'all know them New York Giants. They beat that 17-0 Patriots team just off a D line.
Mm-hmm.
That D line literally controlled the whole entire game, and they had Randy Moss, but that D line going to play great.
I think if the defense can step up, and then with the running game, where we can keep the ball away from some of the more explosive offenses, if we play them, I think we'll be in decent shape.
Yeah, you definitely got to keep the ball out of Lamar Jackson's hands.
Yeah, or Patrick Mahomes if we play them, or any of those guys.
That's the cheat code right there, Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, he doesn't even make any sense.
He's a cheat code.
Yeah.
Aaron Baldwin.
It ain't slow down for him, huh?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He literally, like Ant says, he's a cheat code. He would be, if you created a quarterback on Madden, is Patrick Mahomes. Like, great athlete, the strongest arm probably in NFL history, other than like maybe Marino. Like, he's just accuracy, creativity. Like, he's just literally checks every box. Funny voice. Like,
that's
just throws it's a little bit of a wild card.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, my girl dad broke it down for me. He's like, man, I go to a lot of sports events. He's like, he's one of those guys I watch now. And it seems like everybody else is like, oh, doing so much. And he's just like, it just makes him look. He said, the last time I seen like Tom Brady, he's playing at Michael Jordan. He's like, when I was watching the finals with the Sonics, I used to watch Michael play Gary Payton, and they're like giving it his all, and he's just doing it with ease. He's like, that's what Patrick Mahomes, his greatness remind me of.
Hey, if you think about
it,
with ease. Any sport, any athlete in any sport, they all make it look easy.
Yeah.
Even Michael Phelps. Like, I know I'm way off the board talking about him. But he would finish meters ahead of these guys and then just come up like it was nothing, you know?
So that's what he was saying. He judged people off their greatness, how easy they make it look without giving effort.
You ever talk to him about Floyd?
No, he's not a fan of Floyd.
I thought you said Lloyd. I was like, get it, Shouty? Shout out to Lloyd.
On here. Yeah,
I'm down.
Hey, you know, without saying too much, I did tell y'all that, you know, up in the government, they be listening to us without even saying nothing, right? Yeah, man, we up there, baby.
Yeah, but Floyd, he makes it look like it's nothing. You know what I mean?
I think the first time I seen him like in a battle was maybe Cotto. I was like, dang, he's working.
Really? You talking?
Yeah, I felt like he was like in it with the Cotto fight. Floyd, I felt like he was
first time though.
I seen him like working the Cotto fight. Everything else, and then Madonna was just
but see, it was a
I would
quick,
love to see that Madonna Shawn.
a quick switch before that first fight and that second fight with Floyd.
Yeah. Second fight made look super easy.
Yeah,
very true. Hey, who didn't have easy go of it on Saturday? Like I transitioned that. Pretty boy
Garcia.
It was an interesting fight.
Pretty boy. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. The kid, I don't know. Especially when him getting dropped.
Let's do this. We're gonna talk about the good, then we're gonna talk about the bad, and then we're gonna go with the ugly.
Well, let me say this.
Oh, yeah.
For sports in general, and for boxing, and for Ryan Garcia specifically, it doesn't have to be one thing. It doesn't have to be one way. It can be multiple ways. So, like, Ryan Garcia fights on Saturday, gets dropped, wins the fight by knockout. It doesn't have to be he's completely overrated, and it doesn't have to be he's amazing and could beat every one of these guys. it can be different things. Like you can, like you said, the good, bad, and the ugly.
Yeah.
You can take some from each group. So did he get dropped? Yeah. Was he a little defensively irresponsible there? Sure.
Yeah.
Did he end up stopping the guy with a body shot that doesn't look like it was a lot of fun to take? Also very true.
That body shot was beautiful too.
Yeah.
That body shot was beautiful. We'll get to that. That's a part of the good. So let's start with Ryan. I mean, he has speed. He's got quickness. He has very good ring acumen. He knows what he's doing in there. He knows what he wants to see. I think the thing for him is you got to settle down. But along with sticking with the good, that fire that he has in the ring, it works to his advantage because he has the length and he's got the height and he looks like he's got some pop behind his shots.
Yeah.
You know, and so I like the kid. I think that he does everything outside of the ring that's made him everything that the notoriety that he
does
has.
everything that boxers should do. All you guys should be doing what he's doing.
Yep.
He moves the right way outside the ring. He moves the right. Well, my lady was like, "Oh yeah, I know him as a YouTube guy." I said, "No. He's a boxer.
Yeah.
He just moves like a YouTube guy."
Yeah.
And that's another thing that I think people, when I was talking about going with like these absolute descriptions of him, it's the same thing like with the TikTok stuff or Instagram. He's not just defined as that. Like he does that, but you shouldn't be like, oh man, he's just the Instagram guy. He's also, a great boxer. So I think it's people are trying specifically with him to either paint him as the next greatest fighter. And God love the broadcast team. I'm watching that fight.
Yeah.
He gets dropped by Campbell in the second round. And that at the moment and after the moment, they talked probably 10 times about how courageous it was for him to get up and very little about how he got dropped or that he got dropped. So
yeah, you wouldn't even think he got dropped by.
I don't think they went back and showed how he got dropped, did they?
they showed it, but all they did was show how great it was that he got.
But they didn't break it down.
No, I think people are trying to paint him as either the next great fighter and the guy who's going to carry boxing because of his popularity, or completely overrated hype job. I think he's polarizing that, which is good for boxing and good for him because people are talking. It's kind of like not to Floyd's level, but it's kind of like Floyd. You hated Floyd, or you love Floyd.
Right. I think if anything, he showed that he's a tough guy.
Yeah.
I think he showed that, he can keep it all together, and he's a guy who can make adjustments. The biggest adjustment that he made in this fight was being able to get up off of the canvas, and he went from surviving very quickly to fighting back, and that was Luke Campbell's fault. Luke, you got to understand that, I want to take this guy in the deep water. This is part of my game plan, but abort that because now I have to make an adjustment because I just did something I didn't expect to do in the second round. So that was bad on Luke Campbell's behalf, not to put your foot on the gas pedal and keep this kid uncomfortable. But Ryan, he recovered very well. He stayed composed. And then once he says, I'm good, I don't need to play defense anymore, he went right back at Luke Campbell. No, he didn't tie the round or anything crazy like that, but he showed that he's strong and he's courageous. I like the picture that they painted on the zone practically the entire night after the knockdown. Like I kind of was
Canelo.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the DAZN team, and I especially like Sergio Mora. We've never worked together, but he was kind of one of the first guys that I saw kind of, even though he was boxing, like step into that commentary role. And I watched him a little bit, and I've always liked him. We've hung out a great deal and all that. And I kind of was like, all right, Sergio, move past it. Like we're good. We're like 3 rounds past. Like keep it pushing and talk about what's going on now, So, but going along with the stigma that you have really, I think if anything, people identify Ryan Garcia as a pretty boy, popular fighter, and they don't really recognize him as a true fighter. And I think if anything now, he's made an announcement to the world that I will fight if I have to fight. And no, Luke Campbell didn't make it a dog fight or anything like that. But the fact of the matter is this kid had to get up off of the canvas. He's never been there before. And he kept it together right after that and won every round up until the knockout.
My biggest flaw with him is he believes in the speed way too much. He literally pulls
we're not
straight.
on the bat yet. We're not.
Oh.
Well, hold up. Let me talk about the body shot, and then we'll get to that.
All right.
So this is what I saw. I saw Luke Campbell touch him to the body. Now, anybody, you can go back and watch this fight if you want to. Before Luke Campbell touched Ryan Garcia's body, Ryan Garcia was primarily going to the head. He was digging really good head shots, and he was primarily going to the head. Luke Campbell decided to go down and throw a right hook to the body, and something ticked in Ryan Garcia's head. He says, "Oh, I could go to the body too." He said in the post-fight interview that he made the adjustment from going to the head and went to the body. I don't think he did that. I think he got touched on the arm, and it kind of clicked on him and said, "Oh, I can go to the body too." That's an adjustment. Yeah, but the thing is, all of those headshots that he had delivered, he set up the body shot without even recognizing that he set up the body shot. He dips over here, and Luke's hands went up because he thought he was going to the head, and he
was never tucking. He was blocking like this. I'm like, come on,
perfect
block your body, bro.
But the part that I found crazy was there was something that clicked for him because of something that happened to him. It was like, oh yeah, I can go to the body too. And you're not ready for me to go to the body because I've been going to the head all night. I mean, it was a picture perfect body shot.
Yeah, not if you're getting hit by it. It damn sure wasn't picture perfect.
Oh no,
it was a nightmare if you're getting hit with it.
I wanted him to beat the count so bad.
Get up!
The second he put his second knee down and had both of his hands down, I was like, yeah, that's a done deal.
When I knew he wasn't getting up, he lifted one knee and it went right back. I said, he ain't getting up.
If anybody out there, if you don't know who Kelly Pavlik is, one of the best fighters from Ohio, from Youngstown, Ohio. He was a super middleweight champion. He beat Jermaine Taylor. He's been in the ring with B-Hop. What's the kid from the guy from overseas? Retired 46-0. Calzaghe. He's been in the ring. I mean, he's been in the ring with everybody. First time I sparred with him, I was 16 years old. Kenny was 17. I show up at the gym a little late, so Kenny's in the ring with him first. I'm getting dressed. I was coming actually from football practice. This was the end of the season, so I'm headed back to the gym and all that. I see him sparring with I see Kelly and my brother sparring, and Kelly keeps digging this hook to the body. And I'm 17. Like, this is not, I'm 16. This doesn't happen in the amateurs. Like, I was so oblivious to this punch. I had no clue what this punch was, but he's a pro and he keeps going to Kenny's body. And I see Kenny like literally start to slow down. And I'm like, what's happening? I've never seen anything like this happen to Kenny before. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Like, why are you just standing there? This punch debilitates you, man. He goes to Kenny's body again, and Kenny goes down on one knee, and then he comes back up. He comes back up, and then he goes right back down. It's just one of those.
Hey, man, you're supposed to talk about what happened in sparring.
Hold on. It's just one of those punches that you don't understand it, right? So I'm on the outside of the ring. I'm 16 years old, and me and Kenny both. I mean, we've been doing everything as the amateurs, like. We the ish, you know what I mean? So Kelly show up and it's like, oh, there's Kelly, you know, let's get some rounds in or whatever. I show up and I see this happening to Kenny and I'm like scratching my head. I go over to my dad. I'm like, yo, what is he doing? Kenny this and Kenny that. I'm like, can I gear up? My dad's like, yeah, gear up. I don't think he's going to make it much longer, right? Kenny goes down on one knee, comes up, goes back down on one knee. Now I'm all pumped up in the head. I'm like, you can't handle this body shot. What you doing? Yeah. 2 rounds. The same punch. Now, mind you, I'm in the amateur, so I'm throwing 100 punches around. I'm moving. I'm everywhere, but I keep getting hit with this punch. I'm moving. I'm everywhere. I keep getting hit with this punch. And then one time I got hit with it, and I went down. I got up, I went right back down. It's just one of those punches that you can't really, honestly, it takes a good 25 to 30 seconds to recover from this punch. And the even more annoying part about this punch is once you recover, it's like it never happened. And now you're just embarrassed. Now there's nothing you can say because you're full of life and you can talk about it and all that. At least if you get knocked out, somebody taking you out on a stretcher. They help me. You holding people's arms on your way out the ring. This punch is that it doesn't do that to you. It gives you this feeling that you cannot operate for about 25 to 30 seconds. Even crazier is mentally, it's like you're there, but you're not there. But then once you recover, it's like, man, I can go another 10 rounds. But it's that punch that even though, Luke, I was like, I know you're not getting up, but I want you to get up. And sure enough, he couldn't beat the count. Beautiful punch.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Yeah, the kid is strong and fast. And he throw killers.
The knockdown.
The knockdown. What about
no? You want Ant to go above him saying he was too confident in his speed.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I felt like he was too confident about the knockdown or the confident in speed. Yeah. Which one?
No. Go talk to me about the knockdown. You said the knockdown because of speed.
I think those were unrelated, but
I don't know what you're talking about. I just said the dude's speed and power, the combination together makes him dangerous. But my thing is, defense needs to tighten up.
You think he believes too much in his speed?
Yes, definitely believes too much in his speed. I think he's overconfident in his speed. Like I said, he would just pull back. He wouldn't move out the way. It's just you throw something, he's trying to step back. That's it. Obviously, other guys just going to keep coming.
Yeah,
I feel like this.
Either.
Yeah, not at all. Luke was the perfect. He was perfect. He was made for him last night. He gave him the push. He knocked him down. He was the guy that he needed to make the next step. The next step, I don't think they push it. I think they may protect him.
Hold on, because that's the ugly. That's the ugly.
Pointing at me? What the hell?
I'm pointing at Ant because he go right into the ugly. We still at the bad. The punch that he got knocked down with, I mean, it was a punch that you really just don't see coming. Most punches are straight, especially the backhand. The backhand is normally a straight shot or it's an uppercut. It's not normally a hook. And it was a beautiful punch thrown by Luke Campbell. His fault for not continuing to go forward. But this was a big learning curve for Ryan Garcia, and not because he got knocked down and not because he had to get up and learn how to recover and things like that. The punch that he got knocked down with, and you said it perfectly, he got caught pulling straight back. But not only that, he got caught pulling straight back with the amateur move. And the amateurs, we pull back like this, with our hands extended. Don't ask me why. It's just something we do. We like to look good.
He was doing it all night.
But if that's something we know about Ryan Garcia, we know that Ryan Garcia likes to look good. But now he should know that looking good could get you into trouble. He's pulling straight back with his hands out, and the left hook comes right over that hand. And I don't think that's going to continue. However, he still continued to do it. Even though he got up and continued to fight, he still continued to pull straight back like that. It's an amateur thing. It's something that we just learn, and some guys hold on to it as they go into the into the pros, and they never let go of it. But when something like this happens, you should be able to identify what punch you got hit with, how you got hit with it, why you got hit with it, and make the necessary adjustment. That's one thing, if anything, we should look for him not to do moving forward, is pulling straight back with his hands down or with his hands extended. It's one thing to pull straight back. I mean, I think that's human nature. Somebody coming at you with a knife, you're going to go backwards. Not most people really recognize to go to the side. And I think that's just a part of our makeup as humans, is to pull straight back. So that's something that's going to really take some work in order for him to not do, is more pivots and more turns and more stepping to the side than pulling straight back. But the pulling straight back with the hands extended, that's going to get you in trouble, which leads us to the ugly. Ant, what's the ugly?
Well, just lean off what you were saying. At this point, it's time for him to go to the next level. But when you get in, let's say you taught something different. In the first couple of rounds, you may do different things. But when it comes time to be a dog and you just say, F it, you go back to your comfort zone.
Yeah.
the problem is where he's at in his career right now. He's going in there with dogs. Unless they protect him, which I think they're going to do in 2021. I don't think they put him in the top 4 with those top guys. Maybe Haney. Maybe. He's not going in with Lopez. He's not going in with Davis.
See him going in with Lopez or Lomachenko. Possibly Lomachenko, but I don't see him going in the ring with Tank Davis either.
No, yeah, they're gonna build him up. I mean, Golden Boy honestly is probably in the red right now after the Canelo. It's a business move. They're gonna build him up, make him that guy. But yeah, he has to get that out of his repertoire. He will get sleepy, deepy, that Carson will say, against Tank or Lopez, even Lomachenko. He might get. Go ahead, Carson.
Like what you were saying, I think it's gonna be a risk to put him in there with those guys, because I think he loses. I think he gets knocked out by Tank or Teofimo, and Devin I think would be a really good fight.
Me too.
But I think it's a risk there. But like you said, to build him up, that's also going to be a risk too, because you're also going to be taking the public backlash of all these guys want to fight each other, and you're protecting him, and you know he's the golden boy, literally with Golden Boy. The ugliest thing about the entire situation actually happened before the fight, when Oscar De La Hoya said that Ryan Garcia walks through Tank. Was just
he said that?
One of the craziest comments I've ever seen. Tank Davis said, something about Oscar's past. I won't repeat it, but I might not disagree with him.
You want me to repeat it?
No, you don't need to. No need.
Oh, okay, okay. All right.
But yeah, Ryan Garcia.
My brother's one of those.
Ryan Garcia on no planet walks through Gervonta Tank Davis. I think he knocks him clean out if they fight. But yeah, I think Garcia's good. I think there were definitely some flaws we saw, but it's just that battle of the hype. Is the hype meeting the talent? And I think the hype is just a little ahead of the talent right now, which isn't a bad thing. A lot of that happens sometimes. You see guys like that get the promotional companies behind them, and it hypes everything up, and their talent's not exactly there yet. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. I think
what we thinking, Carson, Comey, Fortuna, Robert Easter, something like that.
Yeah,
those lines.
I think it's going to be really telling to see what they do, because I think Oscar can say whatever he wants in a press conference or in an interview.
Yep.
But your decision to who you put him in the ring with, that shows where you think he is. So
this next fight will show us.
Yeah. Oh, he walks through Tank, and then you're gonna set him up with anyone but Tank, Teofimo, and maybe even Haney. So at that point, you can't just lie. You're deciding who he fights. So I would like to see the Haney fight. Honestly,
I think that's a good fight.
Yeah.
Shakur.
I think Haney wins, but
what you guys think about the Stevenson Garcia? I think Stevenson take care of him.
So Stevenson will be coming up to 35 from 30. I think Stevenson beats him.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Stevenson's in a rush to get to 35 though. Not because he doesn't want to. I just think he's got stuff he can still do at 30. But
I think the zone's probably the best one at doing cross promotion. Well, it's Golden Boy. Never mind. I just not realized he's with Golden Boy.
Also, shout out to Canelo's quick shout out for wearing a Matchroom Boxing mask to the fight was excellent. That's all time. But
why you said that?
Because you split with Golden Boy and then show up to a Golden Boy fight wearing a Matchroom Boxing mask. That's some humor to that.
Yeah. All right, I'll let you have it.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. Shout out to Eddie Hearn, but
I'll let you.
So what are we thinking his next fight? A B C level guy? You think he's take the next step?
I think they put him in with Haney. I actually think they do.
I can see
that'd be I can see that. That's the best move.
Yeah,
anything else, we're gonna kill you. And the other level, he's not ready for. Haney and him about right there, I will say.
Yeah, I can see that.
Who you got getting that fight, Sean? I'm asking you, Shawn Porter. Who wins that fight?
I agree. I think that I just wrote it down just to make sure I didn't miss anybody, and I don't think I did. Shakur Stevenson, Vasily Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez, Gervonta Tank Davis, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia. Those are the heavy hitters right there at the 130 and 135 pound division. I think all of those guys can go up and down right there in that weight class, which I think is pretty awesome. At the end of the day,
for sure.
If you can move up or move down, just right there and make some exciting, great bouts happen. I mean, all these guys have the makings to be great in either one of those weight classes. So first off, I think that, for them, I don't think it's a matter of you choosing a weight class and trying to take over a weight class. Choose weight classes and take over those weight classes. And because once you do that, I mean, there's nothing that anyone can say to you.
Also, people saying that they were going to be like the new Four Horsemen, Duran, Hagler, Hearns. Relax again. We're getting a little ahead of ourselves. Very exciting prospects, champions that could end up being there. But let's just take a.
So where's Gervonta Tank Davis going to settle in at 135?
I would guess so.
Yeah,
when
he's
it's
the
all
best
said and done,
135-pound fighter.
I say when y'all leave, he comes to 147.
Yeah,
but he's not going up there.
I think he might end up at 40. There. I think 40.
You think he stops at 40?
I do. Yeah, I think 40 is probably where he ends up ultimately, but I think he still can do some damage at 35 for a little while.
Hey, what about Garcia, Gary Russell Jr.?
Damn, see, there you go. Is
that dangerous?
No.
Is that too dangerous?
No, it's actually a really good fight, I think.
It's both guys that have fast ass hands. I know that for sure.
Yeah. I think that fight, I think Gary starts to control him and control the fight.
That's a good fight. That's a good fight.
Yeah, I can't see that fight just right off the top.
Based on Gary Russell, it could happen in 2023 or 2024. Based on
what I was just about to say. It's it's a damn shame that within these 6 names, I don't have Gary Russell's name on.
That kid he should be in there.
Yeah, I love.
What the hell is he doing?
And I make that joke out of frustration of not getting to see Gary Russell Jr. more often.
It's kind of like the Keith Thurman deal. It's like, come on, man,
true.
y'all need to be in the ring. Big fans of you, but when you're not in the ring, we forget about you.
Very true.
Gary Russell Jr. Hey, am I tripping or did Gary Russell do a backflip in a fight? Did somebody hit him and he flipped?
No about that.
That would be intense, though.
Yeah, right.
Are you sure?
And that would be a very bold decision to make.
No, I'm talking about somebody hit him and he flipped.
Nah.
He fought Lomachenko, right?
Yeah, he did.
And I thought it was maybe he was just getting wobbled.
Gary Russell was calling out. Was he calling out Bud for a while?
Yeah.
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 What a guy.
They was trying to handle some 2000 in 2020. Let it go.
Yeah.
Hey man, ain't nothing wrong with holding on grudges.
That's my guy. I'm mad.
Which one? Gary Russell?
Gary Russell. That's my dude. This dude called me one morning.
He's not in that conversation. That's
he's
missing his window.
Yeah. He missing his window. He called me one morning 2:00. It wasn't 2:00 in the morning. He called me 2 years ago in the morning. It was early, 8:00 in the morning. And it woke me up out of my sleep. And I'm like, who is this? Man, it's Gary. I was like, who? When we go back and forth, I'm like, I don't know this. I'm like, I don't know this dude. All right. I'm like, Russell? He said, Shawn, man, don't be stupid. I'm like, man, I didn't know it was you. I just woke up, yada, yada, yada. We talked, we on the phone for 30 minutes. Don't call me Aunt. You know better. Carson, we never talk on the phone. You know what I mean?
Very true.
So for this dude to call me this early and really just wanted to just flat out talk. We talked about boxing and everything else. And what I took from the conversation was 2, if not 3 years ago, is the same now as it was 2 or 3 years ago, where I am in control of my career. Yes, I have people on paper as my manager, but I am my manager. I'm like, all right, Gary, more power to you. He said, well, you don't understand is I'm going to make more money than anybody in this sport. I'm like, all right, Gary, all the power to you. He said, ain't nobody going to tell me what I want to do. Ain't nobody going to tell me who to fight, when to fight. I'm going to make all that happen myself. But that mindset has got him off of my paper.
Yeah.
Damn. How do I have 6 names, 6 guys, and you could virtually be better than everybody on this list, with the exception of Lomachenko, because
he's supposed to fight Gary Russell.
Who?
February. He's supposed to
Oh,
fight.
Gary's supposed to fight in February.
Yeah, Kameda.
Oh, yes. Okay.
So
That's a decent fight.
it's a good fight.
But it's not the fight we expect.
Yeah.
It's
And
not the fight we want.
And it's coming up on, he fought the year before that in February, and then the year before that it was May, and then it was May 2018.
Yeah.
So it's just,
And
not
You're fighting once a year?
And when you're 32, 33 years old,
You gotta roll.
your longevity in this sport, is it built around you not fighting and staying healthy, or should it be built around you fighting the best, making the amount of money, the best amount of money that you can make, and having the type of career that everybody expects you to have? Is
he number one fastest hands in boxing still?
You know what? He's been number one. For a long time it was either him or Rashi Warren.
Yeah, shout out to Newt.
So yeah, shout out to Newt. It was always either him or Rashi. So yeah, I would say he's got the fastest hands in professional boxing.
Yeah, we like Gary. After that fight again the next month or a month after that. Just fight as many times as possible.
Yeah, get in the mix, bro. Like 2021, make it your year.
You got to get in the mix. You can't
get in the mix.
It can't be just phone conversations. I've seen on the internet, he's had phone conversations with Devin Haney's dad. He's been back and forth with Terrence Crawford. We don't really want to see that fight, but you've also been back and forth with Tank Davis, who's right there in your backyard. Like that's a fight for the city. That's a fight for Maryland. You know what I mean? Like, make something happen and be as notable as you should be. Like this, you should be talking about Gary Russell the same way people talk about Shawn Porter. There really is no difference in the two of us in terms of who we have the opportunity to fight and who we could fight. I
think Ant's comparison might even be better than you and Gary. I think Keith and Gary is a really good comparison. That
there you go.
That you should be. Keith Thurman should be. Anytime you mention top welterweight A, it should be matched up with Keith Thurman.
Yeah.
Anytime you mention anyone around Gary Russell's weight class, he should be somebody that you're like, what about him and Gary Russell? It should just be something that just goes together.
But here's the thing, and I think a lot of people misunderstood what I was saying last week and thought that I might have been taking shots at Keith Thurman. I wasn't taking any shots at Keith, but if you're Shakur, if you're Stevenson, Lomachenko, Lopez, Davis, Haney, Garcia, why would you say Gary Russell's name? He hasn't fought in a year. And then he only fought a year before that. And he only fought once the year before that. All those guys, all those names have been busy. They've been getting better. They've been having great experiences. They've been wowing crowds. They've been putting fans in seats, pay-per-views, and the list goes on from there. Gary hasn't done any of that. Keith hasn't done any of that. So why should I slow up my roll for someone who I feel should be there but isn't there? You know what I mean? So those weren't shots taken that day at Keith last week.
Unless he thought they were.
Unless you thought
they were.
Hey, if you think we're talking about you, then we're talking about you.
My dad came over here questioning me. Why you say this? Why you say that? I was like, hey, He said, well, hey.
Some people are hoping we get your dad on the show soon. So
I got to. Yeah. We're going to get him on. You and I, we talked about that the other day. We'll get him on here soon.
Okay, I think that's gonna be is that gonna be a Legends segment?
No.
I don't think I can. Hey, I'm telling you, fans, I'm not wilding with Kenny Porter.
It's not gonna be no Legends segment, but he said so. I won't have to be a part of it. But what's gonna happen is my dad gonna be in the room. He gonna be in the kitchen on his computer because he can't get it together at his house. So
come on, Kenny.
He was just gonna break through the door or something.
Nah,
WWE
I'm not about to have him sitting right next to me doing the show.
I feel like, speaking of your dad, I feel like somebody that was musically, I think your dad was a fan of, if I recall, Whodini, one of the singers from Whodini passed.
Really? I didn't
hear Ecstasy, I think was his name, the guy that wore the Zorro hat.
Oh, man. What? Yeah, I grew up on Whodini because of my dad. Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought KP was who brought Whodini around.
We used to pop lock before and after gym workouts back in the day. Yeah.
And Whodini, one of their best songs, obviously Friends, remixed, sampled by MF Doom, Deep Fried Friends, and then we lose MF Doom.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Man, listen, you had me going this week on MF.
Yeah, man.
I knew, but it's the difference between thinking you know something and then knowing something. I knew this dude lyrically was different. I didn't know he was like as much the kind of style of rap that I like. I didn't know that because, like I said to you the other day, I've never listened to more than two of his songs in a row. And I think if you only listen to one or two songs, a lot of it goes over your head. Or if you only listen to one or two songs, a lot of it goes over your head and you just kind of keep it pushing, which is what I've always done. And through you, like, yo, MF died. I'm like, dang, that's crazy. You like, yo, listen to this one for me. And so, I obliged you, but then I found myself like listening to whole albums and I'm like, yo, Lupe still is my favorite rapper. But if I had caught on to MF Doom back in the 90s or early 2000s, he might be my favorite rapper now to this point.
Yeah.
Dude was
greatest. I think he is the greatest rhymer of all time. Whether people think he's the best rapper, I think rhyme scheme-wise, MF Doom is number one.
There's a difference. There's even a difference between rhyming, bars, and rapping. And I don't think the list stops there, but I think more people, they either recognize someone who can rhyme and has lyrics, or they recognize somebody who's got bars and that was a nice bar right there. Yeah, that was tight. This dude rhyme was perfection, man.
Yeah. And I'm glad for his family that he had the most MF Doom passing, where he passes in October and we don't find out until December.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that his family, in the era that we're all in, we've talked about it before, that everything's quick and personal stuff is public, that we didn't find out, that his family got to kind of go through what they went through however they wanted to, and then come out with it, that it wasn't like TMZ reported on Halloween that MF Doom died, that they got to handle it their own way. It was a nice little homage to the masked villain. That's
the way that it always goes. And knew of him better than I did. And what do you mean by that? Like that he went out like the MF way?
Well, he was very mysterious.
Yeah.
And not like, there's if you YouTube interviews, you're going to find like 5, and he's been rapping forever. He's just like, wasn't a big interview guy. There was a controversy about him not even performing at his shows. He would have Doom imposters because he wears a mask. So he just have somebody go up there in a mask and perform. It wasn't actually MF Doom. So just like the mystique and the mysteriousness of him. And then he's been, passed away 2 months ago, and we just find out about it, which is tough. But it was actually, it was cool to see everyone in music was like, tributes from every rap fan was like, yo, MF Doom, which it was a nice little homage to somebody who I think was on the back burner in a lot of
it. Yeah, for real, on the back burner, 100%. Was there ever a rhyme and reason to why he was so mysterious?
No. He was way back when he was in KMD, like when he started, and then his brother passed away and the group had a little issue, and then he kind of faded. And I believe he was even homeless for a little while, and then came back as MF Doom, and it was just kind of his thing, just the mask. And I think he was a character. But
you shot me one of
the GOATs.
You shot me that album from the 90s, and what I appreciated about that was you saw hints of like who he was, the recent MF Doom. And like, even with seeing those hints of that just different type of lyrical delivery, I was like, I smiled because I was like, dang, like you could hear the making of who he became back then. Now, not many people can do that, can be like one thing and then kind of not really completely transition, but just become so much greater and so much more, I
think one of my favorite videos of all time to kind of close on Doom, if anyone wants to YouTube this, I sent it to you. There's a video of Mos Def reciting MF Doom lyrics. And so Mos Def is another guy that's God level in rap. So for Mos Def to be like, if you watch the video, he's so excited about the MF Doom lyrics. So for a God level MC to be like, yo, this guy is like crazy. I think that was cool to see. But yeah, RIP MF Doom, it was a terrible way to end 2020. But
man,
2021, fingers crossed. At least slightly improved.
Carson, did you even stay up for the ball drop or anything?
Hey, people gonna die in 2021.
This is true.
Relax.
Hopefully less.
I'm expecting a couple family members, maybe even me. Somebody's gonna die in 2021.
Hopefully less. We want to limit the deaths in 2021. I did make it to to 12. We texted about a year. I don't know how long ago that was. Back home.
Yeah.
And I feel like this might be close to where what Ant's with.
I was mad at myself for even being a part of that.
We literally, it hit 12 o'clock. This was probably like 8 years ago.
Easily.
It was like 12 o'clock, and Shawn and my cousin Drew, we all turned to each other like, oh, hey, Happy New Year. They were like, well, it's about that time. And literally all went to bed immediately. Yeah, I'm not a late night guy.
And I hate it.
It's
like,
an overhyped situation to me.
Yeah,
it's like, bro, I'm going. I would rather go. I would rather been at home that day, but I was forced to go somewhere. But yeah, I'm not really stay up until 12 o'clock guy.
You saw me, man. That everybody was popping.
Didn't even want to be. Hey, I didn't even want to be there. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I tried. You saw me. I tried to get into it, dance a little bit. I'm like, I'm ready to go. Wifey mad.
I was at home. We hit 2021, and I was like, well, it's about that time. Grab the hamstrings and had to stretch it out.
Hey, nothing going to sleep. Waking up the next day is 2021.
Yeah, nothing
wrong with that.
No.
All right, so check it out. We in 2021. We got a good friend of, I guess I could say a good friend of all of ours, Shane Mosley Jr. will be fighting, I believe, January 23rd.
Can we get Shane on the podcast?
Yeah, you want to get him on?
Yeah, I'll reach out. Not right now.
No. I'm saying you want to get him on before or after?
Yeah. Let's do before. Promote it.
Yeah. All right. We get him on before. Then after that, we got Caleb Truax versus Caleb Plant.
Okay, another friend of the podcast.
I'm looking for the Calebs.
Right? Yeah, shout out to the Calebs. And then then after that, I think it's kind of off to the racing. Like,
hey, we got one of the better rematches coming up in March, I believe.
We got Charlo Harrison?
No, Chocolatito and Estrada.
Oh yeah.
I am down for that action.
Was Chocolatito retired or what?
No, he kept it low because he had a couple losses back.
I know. Yeah.
Now he built his way back up, but
yeah.
I want to say, I don't know if it was Errol. Somebody was listing their favorite fighters, and he was like their number one favorite fighter. Mm-hmm. I was like, you talk about somebody that was fun to watch in his day.
Yeah.
And especially versus Estrada, that's gonna be a good one.
Yeah. Then we got these Browns. They're about to make a push in the playoffs.
Hell yeah.
I'm loving that.
Oh,
hey,
boy.
and you probably don't know, Cavs 4-1.
4-2.
Excuse me.
The NBA is
they'll be 5-2 by the time we listen to this because they play
NBA
on Monday.
is screwed up.
I don't know who they play Monday, but they're gonna win.
Why you say that?
Too.
It's just people undefeated. I mean, the Suns the best team in the league. Let's get to the playoffs.
Hey, all right, yeah.
Hey,
let me get into
LeBron, KD, or whoever else want to get into it. Finals. I ain't got time.
Carson and I, we had a whole rap moment and all that. College football is your thing. You like to make a lot of bets. Did you bet on?
Come on, man.
Allegedly.
Your woman knows. She know what you do.
Oh no. She knows. It's only. I almost throw it out there. People in different situations. What I almost said might be a lot of money to people. What?
Did you bet on? Did you bet on the Buckeyes and the?
Hell no! I took Clemson.
Okay.
Yeah, I got my.
I mean, they got the number one quarterback in the league.
But yeah, they got the number one
college.
And the championship is Monday.
Next Monday.
Not tomorrow. Next Monday.
On the January 11th.
Okay.
Always bet Bama first half because they come out, they tax you, and then they cruise.
I mean, where Nick Saban went to college. SP, you know where Nick Saban went to college?
Yeah, he went to Kent State.
Yeah,
but no.
I guess SP knew that.
Hey,
I was going to say Youngstown State.
Yeah,
my family
I'm getting mixed up with,
my people in Louisiana, they probably embarrassed because I'm an LSU fan. But, I bet with this. I don't bet with this. So when I even bet against LSU this year.
You bet on a sweat equity,
bunch of money.
Sweat equity check.
Yeah, shout out to Coach Hill. He gonna be watching this. He gonna want to shout out. Sean, where your shirt at?
No. He know how I get down. You better make me a tie, Coach Hill. Make me a tie.
Oh man,
I'll take a hat. Or
hey, it's coming. Hey, you know it's about to happen. It's about to happen.
Shout out to Coach Hill.
Hey, Coach Hill is
Make
He
me
is different.
make me a pocket square, Coach Hill.
Oh, good
Pocket
call.
square.
Yeah,
Make me
the
a pocket
pocket square
square.
action. But
Hey, that dude sung to Shawn when Shawn proposed.
Yeah.
yeah, that he
great
did.
night.
That he
Yeah,
did.
great night.
That was a wild night. Good
What
night.
is it? What is it? Sweat Equity?
Yeah, Sweat Equity.
Does he
Sweat
have a
Equity,
website or
yeah.
anything?
Nah, he ain't got it.
It
How
might-
you order? How did you
I
order?
want to say sweatequitycheck.com.
Yeah, I think that's the website. Go get you some.
One more time.
Support my guy.
Sweatequitycheck.com.
Yeah, you can find him on Instagram. Check him out, man. He's doing something big. He support the kids all in Vegas. Help him out. You know, we both came from the same community. Came from nothing, worked himself into something. Hey, check him out, Coach
You
Hill.
from the mud?
Nah, he from Pittman.
Oh.
That's a part of Las Vegas, y'all.
Yeah. Antonio
No,
Pittman.
I know about it.
You only been to Pittman one time.
I ain't never been, but I know about it.
You've been one time. My parents' house.
Oh, that's for real. I didn't know
Now you
that.
want to talk about Pittman? You disrespectful.
Shout out to Antonio Pittman SP was at one of your fights once at 10 years when Stipe fought.
Yeah.
And Beanie Wells.
Benny Wells.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ohio State.
Yeah.
Benny
Both of them.
Wells, man.
Both of them Ohio guys and Ohio State guys. I think Antonio Pittman's from Ohio.
Yeah, yeah. Both of
I'm
them
gonna make
Akron.
this. Yeah, I thought so.
Both
Speaking
of
of national championship, you guys ain't gonna support your squad?
I'm not an Ohio State guy. I'm not a huge college football guy.
Oh,
But I'll be. I'm excited to see the receiver from Alabama. They say he's that guy, Devontae Smith.
he pretty dang good. They running back is pretty damn good too.
Oh yeah, I like the Ohio State's running back team.
I'm talking about Alabama running back.
I know. But the tandem.
Yeah, both of them loaded. Both teams are loaded. Shout out to the local Vegas kid, Haskell Garrett, defensive tackle.
Where's he at?
American for Ohio State. He come out of the great Bishop Gorman. But I still got to ride with Bama though.
I'm not mad at you, Fat. You're a SEC guy.
Yeah, no, I'm a moneymaker guy.
I'm a Mac.
If
I'm a Mac man myself.
Ohio State was Bama, and I would be going to Ohio State.
Fair enough.
I mean, it's to make money.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's a good reason to bet.
hey, did you leave $5 under my doormat?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We were trying to figure out who the hell I was. Like a secret admirer left some $5 under me. Why would she leave $5?
I appreciate the Lysol, boss.
No problem. Hey, Carson, you need some Lysol? I got Lysol
No.
Connect. Oh no, nobody else. I only can do this because y'all be wilding. Y'all
Yeah,
be
everyone in the
stuff.
YouTube comments, feel free to request Lysol from Ant. He'll be happy to provide it.
I sat in the car. I'm like, man, how much these Lysol cans cost? And I thought it was only 2. I was like, he probably got 2 for $2.50. And then I went over there, it was 3. I was like, oh, he only getting 5 from me. So appreciate it.
Yeah, you actually owe me like $220 because those are pretty high right now. But I'm gonna put that on your budget.
Supply
You're my
and
guy.
demand.
Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah, they pretty high.
You're
That's how
throwing
the market-
inflation at me right now.
That's how the market dictates.
No, I'm
man.
not throwing that. No. The government throwing inflation in. You seen that commercial can I got you?
Yeah, the big one.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I got you 3 of them, but
That
How
was
big of a Lysol can is this?
Hey, yo, yeah, I wish I had it in here. It's kind of stupid.
Because the way you guys were talking about it, I thought it was like a big fog machine. Like you just go around, just
Diggy can't carry it.
hey,
Oh, really?
it's big.
Okay.
Diggy can't carry it.
I told you I gotta connect. I'm that guy.
It sounds like it.
With my career, somebody always need me. So what you got?
Got Lysol by the kilo.
Respond in the comments below.
Oh
Make
no.
Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all follow, make sure y'all tell a friend. Listen, in the comments below, make requests to Ant, and I want to see what the craziest requests we get. And if he could actually make those requests,
What kind of request?
All right. I'm gonna give y'all.
anything.
I'm gonna
Like,
give
hey, I need a limo guy. Like, hey, you got a limo guy?
Yeah, I do.
See, you got a party bus guy?
Yeah, my brother got a party bus.
I have zero connections. for
Hey, I
anyone
could get you
listening.
from a hand of Lysol to a private jet.
All of it.
That's all I could do.
And a private jet that flies with Lysol flying out the back of it.
I got to connect on the yacht too. I mean, we'll do that.
Let's
But, I
do
mean,
that.
let me know what y'all need. Let me know what
Yeah.
y'all need. Maybe, hey, you got some clothes? You got to connect. Maybe we can do some business. You know?
Yeah.
You always want something for free.
I respect it.
No, I said we can do some business.
A little barter.
You know, I know a certain bank that can get something canceled off your account but you know.
What?
Don't y'all say nothing.
Hold on.
I have not even.
I need
clue
that.
What you're referencing?
I
Oh,
need
never
that.
mind.
Y'all know what
I
I'm
got
talking
it.
about. Think about
I got it
Sean.
now.
No, I need that.
Call me.
I just got it.
All right, y'all, man. This is the Porter Way. Have a nice day. Don't tell me you didn't enjoy what you saw, because I know you did. What you need to do now, hit that subscribe button, hit the like, hit that notification button. Check us out every week, every Tuesday, something new for you right here on the Porter Way Podcast.